What's up you guys? Noobslayer11 here, and I actually have another deal with Water, buying some little longbows. He actually has 9,600 of them, which is quite a bit. That's almost 100k, which again, I will probably be making about 60k off of that, which is pretty nice. I just kind of feel like I'm being a little bit of a scumbag, using my YouTube authority to merch people. I'm gonna say hello. Thank you. And now, I'm going back to mining. 59 mining, and although it is not 60, which is required for the mining guild, I actually found out in an episode or two ago that I can actually drink a dwarven stout, which increases my mining level by 1, and apparently it also increases your smithing level, which I guess I didn't notice that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to finish up this inventory of iron ore, and then I'm actually going to head back to the bank, and I'm going to see how much iron ore I've actually collected. I think I've been here pretty much all day. I don't know how many hours I've actually been here, but it has been quite some time, and I'm hoping I have at least, I don't know, maybe 3,000 iron, but I will see you guys at the bank in 1 second. Alright, we are just getting to the bank, and now we can see how much iron ore I've actually collected. Ooh, 4,000 about. I guess I'm not entirely sure how many I had before that, but 4,000 is a pretty hefty amount. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take this hammer here and these iron bars. Well, I guess I'll wait on that so it doesn't weigh me down. But I'm actually going to see if I can try and get my smithing up to level 50. And so that way, if I want to make mithril bars into arrows, I can actually do that. I guess I'm not entirely sure how much experience I have in terms of how many iron bars I have, but you guys will definitely know when I reach the end of them. 48 smithing. I can now make steel plate bodies, which was my plan, because apparently it is the fastest, which it makes sense. It uses the most amount of bars, and the bars give the same amount of experience no matter what you make. So, the real question is, how many iron plate bodies did I make? Well, I made 263, and then I also made 1,000 iron knives, which I don't know if Vi here is going to buy them or not. I did see a post on the forums, but he said he still had some left, but I just figured I'd make them anyways in case someone wants to buy them. So now, with that being said, I think what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to test out the mining guild, because I did want to take my iron ore down there and superheat some items, so I will bring that staff as well. So let's teleport to Falador, and I will get everything set up, and then I'll show you guys this method that I'm going to be using for myself. Alright guys, so here is my thinking. I have this spell here called the superheat item, which allows me to smelt ore without a furnace, and I was also told that there's a lot of coal down here, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be making steel bars. Woo! Look at all this coal. And I was kind of hoping that there would be something more than coal down here. Ooh! It looks like there is mithril in here, which is pretty cool. Let's see. I did not get to level 50, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do that yet, but let's see if this works. I should be able to just mine this coal, and then superheat it into a bar. It did work. And so that means that I can mine pretty much twice as much coal as I do inventory space, pretty much making these iron ores into steel bars, which should give me a little bit better mining experience per hour. I think that I'm actually going to test it for a little bit and see what the mining experience rates are actually like, but I feel like just for the fact that I don't have to go back and forth all the time and be constantly banking and whatnot will actually increase experience rates, even though these coal rocks are slower to mine. But yeah, I will be back in a little bit with some updates. I tell you what, this glory is really doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'm gonna have to start bringing less iron ore. I thought that having 3 empty spaces would be enough, assuming that I would get 1 gem per one, and then I got another, and then another, and where is it? Here we go. So we just do 1, 2, 3, 4, and bring my, where is it? Dwarven Stout, because I'm a noob. Yeah. I do love the gems though, I will say that. Alright you guys, I am actually making another trade with somebody called Avatar for 3,000 nature runes, which are priced at 340 GP apiece, which puts the total at slightly over 1,000,000 gold. I only need 3,000, sir. Thank you. And so that is basically my entire cash pile. We're gonna say thank you. As you can see, I am left with 2.5k, which is basically nothing. However, based on the experience that I'm getting, I should be able to get up in the high 50s with the amount of nature runes that I have, or mid to high 50s I should say. But not only that, I don't actually have to sell these steel bars and the resources that I've been acquiring to actually afford the nature runes, which is nice. All that money came from the knight that's in Ardougne. And so actually I'm going to go back to Falador now and continue mining. That is not the right rune. 60 mining. I can now enter the area that I am already in, just without a Dwarven Stout. Thank you. So I was just looking on the marketplace, and it looks like there's some event or something going on here. I guess I don't know what all this is. There seems to be a bunch of balloons or something falling on the ground. What is this? I don't know what I just picked up, I guess. I think I was late to the party because I was actually busy doing something, and I had came back and seen a message on the whatever. Let's see what it says in here. There's a bunch of glories, a bunch of super attacks in here. We'll just put this stuff back in here. Let somebody else get it, I suppose. Looks like somebody pulled the lever again. So let's see if we can get some items here. I just got 12 trout. That's pretty alright, I suppose. They're uncooked trout, so that's more experience for me. Oh, give me these. Aw. Oh! Aha! I just picked up a rune axe. I didn't even see that it was on the ground, I just kind of clicked. Oh, there's another one! Oh, I just got another one! Let me get this balloon here. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's one in this red balloon here. There's just so many people in here, I just can't really see anything. Oh, give me these. Oh, I could have sworn I had them. What's up you guys? Noobslayer11 here, and I'm actually going to go to Varrock right now and make somebody some iron knives that he's going to buy for 55 GP each. It looks like I have about 200 iron bars, and I was making some earlier, so I do have 1,000 of those. But let me stop wasting time here. Let me go to Varrock while I continue to speak about the experience that I've been getting. The experience rates is actually kind of atrocious, I will say that. I mean, it's definitely slower than mining iron ore. However, I am getting a lot of steel bars because of that, and steel is actually used for a couple things that I wanted to do. One being plate bodies, which is apparently the fastest smithing experience in the game, but the second thing being is steel studs, because I can actually make studded bodies with these. And so last night I didn't actually get 1,000 steel bars. I only got slightly under 1,000, which in my eyes is actually pretty good. I did buy those nature runes, and so I think what I'm gonna do is once I hit 55 magic, I'm actually pretty close here. I'm about, what was that, 15,000 experience off. But I'll probably get to 55, and then I'll see if I can use this high-level alchemy spell here. I do have some iron plate bodies that I wanted to see how much those alch for. But other than that, I think my goal for today is I really want to try and get 65 mining and maybe even 55 smithing. I guess I don't know how much experience those steel bars are going to get me, if that's going to get me to 55 or not, just so I'm able to make my mithril arrows, which, you know, can then be used for chaos druids. But aside from that, those are really my only goals, and then my break from work should be coming up around then, and I should be able to grind out this thieving skill like I wanted to. 50 smithing. Look at that. I can now make mithril daggers, and I can also smith mithril bars here. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this superheat spell and just see how much coal it takes. Let's see, need some nature runes. Gotta remember how much I'm taking out here. Let's see. Where's my coal? Let's take out 10. Superheat this. Looks like we're left with 6, so it uses 4 coal for a mithril bar, which is kind of a lot. I think that might actually be a pretty good method for gaining mining experience, other than the steel bars, because it would take twice as long, because the steel bars actually take 2 pieces of coal. So if I bring a bunch of iron down there, I'm only getting 2 coal per piece of iron that I have, opposed to 4 coal per piece of mithril that I have. I mean, granted, the smithing experience is, I'd assume it's gonna get worse and worse. Or I shouldn't say that, it'll obviously be getting better, but in terms of how even it is with my mining, it's just gonna get further from that the more I stray away from iron, I feel like. Because I did do a calculation before, and if you were to go mine iron till 99, you would get 99 smithing off of that. And you could probably make arrow tips or something from that and get 99 fletching. But it would also take a lot of time, and I feel like steel is just a good middle ground for that, and mithril would probably be better for arrows and adamant and runite and whatever. But yeah, this should be the last update until I at least get some mining levels here, or maybe a 55 magic. That would be a pretty cool achievement. This dude just rolled up, stood there for like, I don't know, 10-15 seconds, and he just says there he is, and he walks off. Oh, that's funny. Alright, we're gonna sell this guy some iron knives. Greetings. I got 2110 of them, and they're going for 55 each. Do you know about run stalling? I don't know what that is. A stall? A thieving stall? I'll just tell him I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Here are your knives. And here's my money in a second. Should be a little bit over 100k. Should be like 100 and, I don't know, 12 or so. Just enjoy the music in the meantime. Ooh, what is this? A games necklace. What does this do? Rub? Birthrobe games room? Or nowhere? You rub it while running. What does that do? Click on minimap, then rub the necklace. What does it do? What is it supposed to do? My run energy is still going on. If you do it repeatedly, you can stall outrun loss. I guess I don't know how that works. If you repeatedly rub it. Seems like I'm not running though, like I'm clicking on the map and then it just kinda... I mean, maybe it works a little bit? I guess I'm not sure. What happens if I run all the way from here to over here? Okay, so I guess I see what he's saying. So like from running from this bank to over there, I was at 92 and I only used like 4. But then running back, I'll use like 20 energy. I guess I don't know how much of use I could make that, seeing as mining doesn't really take a lot of my run energy, smithing doesn't. Potentially fishing, banking back and forth, I suppose? I guess I'm not sure. Second roll from the bottom makes it so you don't need to move the mouse. Oh, like with the selling? Oh, that's drop. So if you go right there, I see. Okay. Okay, so that's a fancy tip. I guess people can glitch run energy in this game, so you just have a ton. So unfortunately, I have forgotten to record the level, but I did in fact hit 55 magic, and in doing so I've gotten level 64 mining, almost level 65, and level 51 smithing. And so I think now that I've gotten level 55 magic, I'm actually going to switch over to my steel bars, at least until level 65 mining, and then I'm probably going to head to Varrock and smith all those bars and see if I can actually get level 55 smithing, and so that way I can at least make some mithril arrow tips. But I'm going to finish up this inventory here, and then I'm going to go back to the bank and show you guys exactly how many bars I have, because I'm kind of curious too. Alright, so I keep getting gems, which prevent me from making mithril bars, which is alright, because I've actually been getting a lot of gems as well. So I actually want to look at those too. Get in there, you. Alright, let's see how many bars I have. Ooh, almost 1,000 steel bars and 278 mithril bars, which is actually quite a bit. That's over 3,000 mithril arrows there. And my gems are looking mighty nice. 250 sapphires almost. Got a little over 50 emeralds, 20 rubies, almost 10 diamonds. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. And so like I said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my iron back, and I leave 4 empty spaces just in the off chance that I get, you know, a bunch of gems, which sometimes it happens. A lot of the times I won't get any, but there are some inventories where I will get 4 gems per inventory, and it doesn't make sense, but this thing is definitely working as it should. Level 65 mining. And so I'm actually going to finish off this inventory of steel bars, and then I'm going to make some plate bodies. Ooh, well that was lucky. 55 smithing. I can now make my mithril arrowheads, and I can actually go back to the bank and show you I have been superheating the rest of my iron ore, or whatever coal I had left rather, and I actually have 11 steel bars left, so I've just in fact made it to level 55, and now I'm going to use all these mithril bars to make into these mithril arrow tips here. Oh, that feels so nice. Alright, you guys, so I've actually just finished up most of my mithril bars. I have 3 left. It actually gave me 4,300 arrow tips, and I don't actually have enough headless arrows or even arrow shafts to turn them all into arrows, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save that for tomorrow morning, and I guess tomorrow in general, just because I like to complete things in the same day. And so I think with that being said, I am actually going to head off for the night, and I will see you guys in the next progress video. This is Noobslayer11 signing out.